Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls titles over his 22-year NFL career, cementing his legacy as the greatest football player to ever put the pads on. Roger Goodell's description of Tom Brady on Tuesday as merely one of the greatest to ever play in the NFL felt a little generous to the competition. The GOAT calls it a career in the period of claim and counter-claim between reports of his retirement on Saturday and confirmation on Tuesday. The verdict had been cast, not that it was ever in doubt. There is no dispute, no debate, Brady is the greatest. Brady has the rings, and the stats. The 44-year-old leads the way by most metrics, including the most important one, with an unprecedented 7 Super Bowl championships. Yet the stunning nature of some of those successes mean the emotional argument in Brady's favor is as convincing as the statistical one. Unmoved by his NFL record 84,520 passing yards. Try the Super Bowl 51 comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. This career had it all, and most dissenting voices had long since disappeared by the time Brady arrived in Tampa in 2020, as the greatest football player of all time, as Bruce Arians put it. He still had another title in him. But Brady has not just set the standard in the NFL for the past 22 years, his achievements are surely unmatched across the entire sporting world. Beating the best wrestling with past legacies is never easy for an elite sports star. Even as the best of their generation, comparisons will be drawn with those who have gone before. MJ versus LeBron. In the case of LeBron James in the NBA, Michael Jordan casts a long shadow. James may now widely be considered the second greatest player in the history of the league, but the gap to the number 1 spot scarcely seems to be closing, even now with titles and finals MVP recognition on 3 different teams, and his own Space Jam sequel. Hamilton versus Schumacher. Elsewhere, Formula One's Lewis Hamilton has done what James could not with Jordan in matching Michael Schumacher's haul of titles. But when Hamilton closed in on a record-breaking 8th Drivers' Championship in 2021, rival Sebastian Vettel scoffed, "Even if Lewis wins, to me Michael is still the greatest. Lewis can win 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, 5 more championships, but it doesn't change anything for me." The combination of being unable to see 2 athletes side by side and having memories tinged with nostalgia makes life hard on the modern great. Montana. No match for Brady. For Brady, Joe Montana was the closest thing to a Jordan or Schumacher figure at quarterback. Although Montana ranked 6th for all-time passing yards, Dan Marino, the 20th century's passing yards leader, never won a title. His 4 Super Bowls had matched Terry Bradshaw's benchmark and were still fresh enough in the memory in 2000, the last coming in the 1989 season. Yet that was a gap Brady was swiftly able to bridge. By August 2005, with 3 rings already in his collection, the headline of a GQ profile asked if the Patriots passer was the best there ever was. At 27, 10 years younger than James and Hamilton are now, there appeared little doubt Brady would leave Marino behind. Perhaps Brady benefited from the standard of the competition. His career overlapped with Brett Favre at the start, Mahomes at the end, and met with Peyton Manning, Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers somewhere around the middle, all of them forcing him to raise his game. Cristiano versus Messi. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have matched each other stride for stride, meaning there remains no consensus pick for football's GOAT. Both merit the position, yet neither have dominated an era like Pelé or Diego Maradona. Rafa versus Federer versus Djokovic. In tennis, the tussle is even more intense. Until Rafael Nadal's Australian Open triumph on Sunday, 3 men were tied on a record 20 Grand Slam titles. Injuries to Roger Federer and coronavirus complications with Novak Djokovic may be enough to keep Nadal at the summit, but personal preference dictates the all-time rankings when the margins are so fine. Again, however, Brady came through. None of those modern-day rivals have won 3 Super Bowls, let alone matching Montana's 4 or Brady's staggering 7. Brady versus the next generation. Mahomes had appeared the most likely to challenge that mark in the years to come, but 4 seasons as a starter have now yielded 1 title. At the same point, Brady had 3 in that GQ headline. To win that many Super Bowls and win that many games, it's hard, Mahomes said after losing Sunday's AFC Championship game. "I understand that. The years that I've had, I've been close a lot. I've only been there twice, and I've only won once. I understand it takes a special player for that to happen. Will one of fresh faces top Brady? In Joe Burrow, Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, Mahomes will not have it easy going forward either, an exciting new generation guarding Brady's legacy, not that he could not have done it himself had he chosen to play on. Brady, in the regular season and playoffs, holds a 3-2 record against Mahomes, 4-0 against Allen and 1-0 against Herbert. He never faced Burrow, potentially the next Super Bowl winning QB. Instead, the perennial winner departs not as a champion, he has been that enough times, but is undoubtedly the best player his sport has ever seen. A rare phenomenon indeed.